PFL continues their World Tournament this Friday, April 11th at Orlando, Florida, Universal Studios. And up next is the men's Bantamweights division and women's Flyweight division. Here's my predictions for the main card only from bottom to top. Our first fight of the main event, we have Kasumov versus Justin Wetzell. To get things out of the way, I think Kasumov is going to win the World Tournament. He last fought last year in June, where he faced off against Matos. And one thing I like about Kasumov is that he has a really, really good blend of clean striking and great grappling. In his fight against Matos, he stayed on him like gum. He was very clean. He likes to strike inside the pocket, nice sharp left hooks. And if you decide to try to distance yourself, he will chase you down with jabs and just gets in your face right away. He paired that up with a couple great double leg takedowns. I mean, the guy's a stud. He can strike, clean striking like I mentioned, great grappling. I definitely see this guy as a serious problem for anybody in the World Tournament. His opponent, Justin Wetzell, the guy's just goofy. And same with his striking ability, his fighting ability. His striking is just terrible. Hands wide open. He keeps them up, but they're wide open. He seems kind of like a little too stiff. However, in a couple of his last fights, he's been able to take his opponents down and submit them. I highly doubt, though, that he's going to be able to out-wrestle, out-grapple, and submit Kasumov here. And like I mentioned about his striking, if it stays standing, Kasumov's just going to eat him up. I do see Kasumov ending this fight. There's no way this is going to go the distance. They're not in the same league. And Kasumov, like I mentioned, just pressures. He's definitely going to break Justin Wetzell here. And he's going to get a stoppage. How? I'm not too sure. He could either get a TKO. And if it goes to the ground, I see him pounding him out or getting a submission. Kasumov advances to the semifinal. Second fight of the main event, we stay with the men's bantamweights, and we have a fight between Francesco Nuzzi versus Mando Gutierrez. Nuzzi's last performance, he got an amazing KO, TKO, whatever you want to call it. A left cross followed by a head kick. Who doesn't love to see that? The problem with that, getting a quick KO, is that we don't get to see how you deal with adversity. And he's going up against Mando Gutierrez. I feel like Mando Gutierrez is a guy who's decently well-rounded everywhere, but he's just not great at anything. As a matter of fact, his fight with Raul Rosas in the Dana White's contendership, I just saw him doing a lot of stupid mistakes when it came down to the grappling. At one point, he even has Raul Rosas' back. He's on his left side, and he actually just sits back and allows Raul Rosas just to get on top of him. The only thing I see him offering is a clean, sharp, tight lead hook. I feel like Nuzzi's going to be able to dictate the pace, keep the distance. Mando tends to have a short reach. And in the grappling, like I said, I mean, a guy that pulls an opponent over him after having a good position, I don't know what to say about you. I have Nuzzi here winning a unanimous decision. Co-main event of the evening, women's flyweight. We have Bellator's ex-champion Liz Carmouche versus Ilara Joanne. Carmouche, a veteran of the game, all over the place, Bellator, UFC, and now in the PFL. Unfortunately for Carmouche, you can tell her age now by her speed. Her speed is completely gone. Her gas tank is a little iffy nowadays, but she's still packing a lot of power when she strikes. Not just packing the power, but she definitely tries to mix it up a little bit. In her last fight, she was trying to mix it up with some creative high kicks and whatnot. And let's not forget what she's known for, her bread and butter, clinch and takedowns. In her fight with Taila Santos, who was a former title contender in the UFC. Even as the rounds went on, she kept on pushing the pace. She will explode upon opening rounds and take her down. Her opponent, Ilara Joanne, explosive, fast, 3-punch, deadly combinations. The girl's a scrapper. Numerous times in her last fight, Joanne was able to catch Young, and I mean, her power's the kind that just completely snaps your head back. How Young didn't get knocked out, that's beyond me, but hey, good for her iron chin. Joanne was taken down on the third round against Young after punishing her, and it seemed like Young had an easy time mounting her and just keeping control. And we're talking about Liz Carmouche, who does exactly that very well. How does this fight end? There's a big chance one of these girls is going to go to sleep. If Joanne can keep Carmouche from taking her down, she's going to stop Carmouche. However, I think Carmouche is going to be able to get in there. I think she's going to be able to throw her 1-2 hard enough to keep Joanne guessing and blocking and defending. She's going to get those takedowns and ride out a unanimous decision. For our main event of the evening, we have a bantamweight clash between Leandro Higo and Josh Rettinghouse. This is a no-brainer for me. Leandro Higo is going to run over Josh Rettinghouse. So let's start off with Josh Rettinghouse, a guy who's pretty much lived his whole life in the regionals, has had some big-time shots, including a fight with Marlon Moraes. He has a Dutch kickboxing style where he does throw a clean hook followed by a outside kick to the thigh. However, every time he throws this, it seems like he needs to be comfortable, so you see it coming from a mile away. And he throws himself off balance. And if it comes down to clinching or grappling, I have seen him explode on his opponents. I've seen him do a couple hip tosses throughout his career that are pretty cool. But they're putting him up against Leandro Higo, a wild man, an explosive man, a creative guy who's just gonna throw everything. He's gonna strike down the middle, he's gonna throw head kicks, he's gonna throw spinning attacks, you name it. This guy's all over the place. And before I say anything about Leandro Higo, thank you for not losing to generic Conor McGregor. I can't stand James Gallagher, but that's besides the point. A bit of a showman as well. If he catches you with something, I mean, he likes to make it fun. He'll point at you, he'll wave you in. I love watching Leandro Higo because he makes it fun. Also, in this fight against James Gallagher, if he starts to see or notice or feel that things are not going his way, he can't clinch you. He will work you against the cage. He'll get his takedowns, which he was able to get some big takedowns on James Gallagher. Leandro's versatile and explosive strike is just going to be too much for Josh Rettinghouse here. I don't even think Rettinghouse should have been the main event. And keep in mind, I almost forgot to mention, he pulls his head back every time someone strikes on him. So I'm definitely seeing Higo catching him here. We're going to see a KO within the first to second round, and Higo will advance to the semifinals.